How are you feeling? How long have you been here?
3 months, May 17th.
And what brought you here?
That's difficult to answer.
Some idea.
I am not completely like other people.
What do you mean by that?
People dislike me because I am not completely like them. I am trying to do with my life something which few people try to do, and this influences my thinking and consequently my action.
What is it you're trying to do with your life?
Play the piano for people.
I'm not clear. How is it that playing the piano for people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital?
That's difficult to answer.
is the end? There's a noise inside my head of crying people facing death. Is this the end? Is this the end? I'm burning in the stone. There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the stone.
What up, guys? Happy Friday. Happy Black Friday for all of you, those of you who are out there shopping. Hey, we're doing something a little bit different on the stream today. We stream Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. on YouTube, on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, and on Rumble, where usually we do deep dives into the far left and stuff like that. But I've decided, because it is the day after Thanksgiving, that I want to do something a little bit different. I shouldn't say it's a lighter. Something controversial is not a lighter show. And we're going to talk about what something controversial is in a moment and what we're talking about in a moment. But first of all, I just want to do a quick welcome to Liberty Styles. Liberty Styles found the channel over on Twitter. And I'm very sorry that you're showing up on a day where we're not going to do leftist content, Liberty Styles, but I hope you'll forgive me, and I do hope you'll come back tomorrow for Socialism Saturday at 6 p.m. You can hang out too and do other content with us, because sometimes we like to take breaks. We like to do other content. It's the day after Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday. I just don't think it's a good day for people to be doing deep dives into leftist content. But we're so happy you're here, Liberty Styles, and apparently, like, he was listening to James and found James to be psychotic, and we're going to be talking a little bit about James and Seth Dillon of the Babylon Bee in a second here. But I do want to welcome you to the channel, Liberty Styles, and I'm really glad you found us, and I hope you will come back next week or tomorrow for Socialism Saturday. We do Socialism Saturday every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, where we always watch radical, revolutionary, far leftists. This is as far left as you're going to find. We're going to have a great show tomorrow, but we're doing something a little bit lighter. But it is about the Jews, so you're a libertarian. You might be interested in it. Now, it's also about Stu Peters, and Stu Peters is an asshole. We're going to talk about that too. But we're just having a little bit lighter content today, but I did want to just welcome you to the channel. And I also want to remind people too, for people who are new to the work I'm doing, let me just get this up on the screen. Here, hang on. I need to fix my branding. Not that one, and then we go like this. And it kind of looks okay. Actually, maybe we should keep it like that for the moment, because you can see it better that way. I want to remind people that if you are new to my work, the very best place to start is on my Substack, which is Karlyn, Karlyn.substack.com. Can I even spell my own name today? Karlyn.substack.com. And you want to go to this one here, which is new to my work. Start here. Because if you've just found my work, and it can be a little bit hard to get into, because we do follow the radical revolutionary left here. And so what I tried to do is put together just a quick starter guide. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is watch this How to Speak Socialist Masterclass. Yes, it is 4 hours long. I understand that. But if you want to understand the radical revolutionary far left, this is the very best place to start, because basically what I did, we're switching over to Rumble, Joseph. I have a plan, okay? Can you trust me? I have a plan. My own audience underestimates me at all times. See, this is part of the problem. You always want to watch the How to Speak Socialist Crash Course. Now, I want to see ones in the chat if you have watched the How to Speak Socialist Crash Course, 2 in the chat if you have not watched it yet, because basically what I did in this course, and I will be doing live versions of this course in 2025, so if you prefer a live version, that is going to be coming up, but I took basically the very best clips from the 3 years that we've been watching the radical revolutionary far left, and I condensed all of the best stuff into one. Well, it's actually a 2-part class in which I walk you through all the different entry-level components. And you don't have to trust me on any of this, because everything that I say is backed up by video from real far leftist training. So you're going to get to hear from the far left themselves what they think, how they define their terms, how they perceive things, what their strategies are. We cover a variety of topics in the 4-hour class, everything from the basics of what capitalism means, why whiteness means capitalism, what's the goal of gender ideology and queer theory, what's the difference between queer and trans, what is abolish the family activism, why are they doing all this crazy stuff. We cover some of the Palestine stuff, we cover decolonization, we cover queers for Palestine, we cover a lot of stuff in this crash course. This is the very best entry-level way to get used to my work and to be able to interact with it, so I highly recommend that. Again, I know it's 4 hours, but it's free, it's on demand, you can do it whenever you want, you can break it up into multiple parts if you want, but this is really the very best resource that I have right now as a crash course to my work, we also have the re-education series over on the Substack. We also, of course, have the daily live streams, but I don't stream leftist content every day. I just stream leftist content maybe like 75% of the time, because sometimes we need a break, guys. Sometimes we just need a break. Covering the radical revolutionary far left is a lot, and sometimes we like to take a break to watch lighter content like the Jews. Maybe it's not lighter content, but it's different content. It's different and not altogether unrelated to the radical revolutionary far left, but that's a different conversation that we can have over on Rumble, all right? But that is the very best place to get started. Again, you can find that over on my Substack, Carlyn, KARLYN.substack.com. Also, I just want to let people know that we've started our big Black Friday sale. Now, if you want to support the work I'm doing, head over to the Unwoke Art merch store, where you can find the best anti-communist stuff on the internet. And for Black Friday, for the next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm doing something I have never done in the Unwoke Art store in the 2 years that I've been running it. I'm having a massive sale on all the t-shirts in the store. Now listen, I started the Unwoke Art store basically because I wanted to make cool stuff that I wanted to wear. I wanted to make cool t-shirts with cool anti-communist designs, cool kind of like anti-authoritarian designs, cool countercultural designs that were pushing back against the far left. I just wanted to make cool stuff that like I wanted to wear. A lot of my inspiration comes from like concert t-shirts, because I used to go to a lot of live shows and stuff like that. Stuff that you used to buy in music stores, like when there were independent music stores, and I guess there still are some, but not as many as there used to be when I was growing up, because I'm old. Anyway, this is the inspiration for this store. It was to make t-shirts essentially, and of course we put the designs on other things. We put the designs on hoodies and mugs and water bottles and prints and stickers and all sorts of other stuff. But the impetus of the idea of the Unwoke Art store was I wanted cool t-shirts that I wanted to wear. I in real life, and I'm wearing one right now. I'm wearing the 4 Goals of the Woke Left t-shirt right now. I've been wearing it all day. In real life, I almost exclusively wear my own merch, because it's awesome. I love it. And so what I've decided to do as a special 3-day Black Friday sale this year is give you guys 25% off all the t-shirts in the store. Now, I present all the t-shirts in black, but every single one of these t-shirts has other colors that you can choose from. So it's not like they're only black. Like, let's go into, this is the shirt that I'm wearing right now, literally wearing right now. It's a shirt that's actually designed by Bot. Bot has designed a couple items for the store, and she's very generously allowed me to use her designs. This is the 4 Goals of the Woke Left design, which has the 4 Goals of the Woke Left, which of course is gain as much power as possible, destabilize the system, attack capitalism, usher in their Marxist utopia. And you can see it does come in black, because black is all I really wear, but you can get it in gray, you can get it in navy, you can get it in purple, you can get it in maroon, you can even get it in a cool lighter gray for a lighter color. It's a great shirt. It looks awesome. We've got, I mean, all the classics. Socialists always lie. We've got the Trump shirts are on sale. We've got Men Are Not Women. We've got other whiteness means capitalism shirts. Let me tell you what, this socialism skull shirt looks fucking awesome in person. I was wearing this one last week. It looks awesome. I put it on so many different colors. Get on any color you want. If you want other colors, just let me know. We've got the Whiteness Means Capitalism soup can, which I really think is like a Warhol inspired shirt, but I really think it's underappreciated because it's pop art, but it looks cool. Look at all these shirts. Looks awesome. But anyway, there's a ton of stuff. There's almost 50 different t-shirt designs in the store. You can go through all of them. You can find out the ones you like. These make great gifts if you're looking for gifts to give for your friends and family. We got the plain old Marxism is evil shirt. We've got the Fahrenheit. I think this is also a really cool design. I made this design last year for Christmas. I did a whole dystopian series. This is the Fahrenheit 451 design, which I think looks really effing cool. What other ones do I really like? We've got the new one that was just launched the other day, Communism Kills Creativity. I can't wait to get myself one of these. I think the colors are awesome. We've got Oppress Communist, which, you know, might be a little bit uppity. Anyway, like I mean this when I say this, like I genuinely love all the designs in my store. I make almost all of them myself, and they do help support the work I'm doing. This one was inspired by They Live, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I just think they look cool, guys. And that's why for the big, massive Black Friday sale, I decided to do a t-shirt sale. And so all the t-shirts in the store are available for 25% off until Sunday at 11:59 p.m. And then we're switching over to another deal. But this is going to be the very best Black Friday thing I do leading up to the holidays. Honestly, you can stock up on all sorts of shirts. You can get shirts for your friends and family. They make great gifts. People love this stuff. The classic Trump designs are back. The Trump Indictment Victory Tour shirt is back. This is actually a really cool shirt, by the way. This is a funny ass shirt. It's got all of the Trump indictments on the back of it, like a concert t-shirt. We've got the Trump icon shirt that I actually only had this for sale for a week. This was a limited edition design, and this will probably be the last time this shirt ever appears in the store, so definitely pick it up. Lots of great stuff, guys, and of course, all purchases in the Unwoke Art store do go to support the work I'm doing, and I really, really, really do appreciate it. Mustard Seed says, did you see that Dave Smith did a podcast yesterday replying to the beef with James Lindsay? Yeah, I definitely heard about this. We're going to watch that. We're going to watch the Dave Smith podcast at some point, but we're also going to be watching next week. I think that it comes out next week, right? The full interview that James did on trigonometry, just because that's going to be fun to dunk on James. So don't worry, I am following that. And, yeah, we will be watching that. I think it's going to be fine. Yeah, we're going to do a sweatshirt sale too, Judy. Don't worry about it, okay? We're going to do other sales, all right? Don't worry about it. Hey, before we get into the main content, and the main content that we're going to be watching, guys, we're actually going to have to switch over to Rumble for this content. We're going to do some preamble stuff on YouTube, but we are going to have to switch over to Rumble for this content because I can't put this content on YouTube. We're going to be watching today Stu Peters, who's an asshole, who I do not like. But we watch content from people we don't like. He has released a new movie, a documentary called Occupied, in which he's talking about the Jews. Now, I've heard... I want to watch this because I think it's going to be kind of a dumpster fire. I think it's going to be a massive dumpster fire. And again, this is just like lighter Black Friday content, and people have been talking about it, and we're going to listen to some Stu Peters going off on Suleiman over this. Like we hate Stu Peters, but it's kind of like just interesting content, but we can't watch this on YouTube. So we will be switching over to Rumble exclusively, and I'm also live on Kick and X right now, but we cannot do YouTube at some point. And so I have pinned the Rumble link in the top of the chat. I'll make sure I'll remind people again when we eventually switch over. We're not there yet, but this is what we're going to be watching today, and I've got a little bit more preamble for this. But before we get into that, can we talk about Seth Dillon from the Babylon Bee? Because this was a gift that I didn't expect to be given today. This was a gift that I did not expect to be given today. And oh, I already see some people over on Rumble. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm pulling out the Rumble chat so I can see you guys too. Now, Seth Dillon of the Babylon Bee just lobbed a softball to me today. I know that Seth Dillon doesn't know who the fuck I am, and that's fine. But this was a moment where I'm just like really, really, really excited to expose who these people really are. So today, as you guys know, I keep an eye on James Lindsay's Twitter feed because watching an ongoing meltdown is deeply entertaining for me. Especially when it's someone that has screwed up my work so spectacularly. And what I mean when I say that James Lindsay has screwed up my work, I mean that I've spent the last several years showing people the real radical revolutionary far left. We cover the real communists. We cover the real socialists. And then I get people in my chat all the time who are like, Carlin, don't you know this is all a Gnostic conspiracy theory? And I have to go, no, it's really not a Gnostic conspiracy theory, but they are convinced that it's a Gnostic conspiracy theory because of James. Because James has lied to millions of people about what the radical revolutionary far left is, and he's doing it all for money and clout, and it's gross and it's disgusting, and I've been calling him out on it for a long time, and now other people are starting to see James is going off on all these other people. He calls everyone he doesn't like woke right, he calls everyone who disagrees with him woke right, all this stuff, and so I'm being vindicated in real time for something that I've been saying for over a year. But Seth Dillon of the Babylon Bee really likes James, and he's on James's side. and he lobbed me a softball today, and it was just beautiful, and I want to show you guys what happened. So James said earlier, it's pretty funny how you're not allowed to call out the people saying things you're not allowed to say. Seth Dillon responded, they argue that opposition to them must mean they're telling some forbidden truth. So what about opposition to you? What does that prove? So I saw that, and I retweeted it, and I said, I wonder, does Seth Dillon support James Lindsay openly struggle sessioning Not the Bee to remove a rightful credit to my work? Because it kind of seems like he's saying that James's opposition to me proves I'm telling the truth. Link to receipts below. Now, the link to the receipts that I've given Seth Dillon now 3 fucking times is over on my Substack, which again is carlin.substack.com, and I will link the receipts to you guys if you want to look at this stuff. Here you go. Here you go. And everyone can see, here is what happened. Here is what happened. Melanie Bennett, who is a friend of James Lindsay, used to watch my content all the time just to steal clips from me to put on Twitter that her and James would then amplify. But it was my content. This is stuff that I spend hours and hours and hours researching every single week. These are videos that I dig up from the bowels of the internet that no one else knows about, and then I play them on my channel and I break them down on my channel, and then people like Melanie Bennett, who is an intellectually dishonest grifter, comes and watches my content live, clips my content when I'm still live on the internet, and then puts it out there like she pretended that she found it when she didn't find it. And so Melanie Bennett did this with an Abolish the Family session that we watched, that I was the only one that knew about this on the internet. And I even asked her, I said, Melanie, did you tune into Socialism Saturday yesterday perchance? And Melanie said, this one was picked up from listening to your show, yes. I didn't think it would get picked up the way it did. I should probably add a tag next time. Melanie refused to credit my work when it went viral on the internet because James helped her amplify it. And so I called that bitch out publicly, and you can see the whole receipts. And I said, yes, that would be nice. When you use content I spent hours digging to find without attributing where it came from, it would be nice if you could reply to your tweet noting that the Socialism Saturday stream is where you got it from and directing people there for more information. Then Not the Bee picked up my work, and my audience was like, Not the Bee, where's Carlin's credit? Because this came from Carlin. Melanie admits this came from Carlin. There is no dispute that this came from Carlin. Can you please put a credit in to Carlin in your article? And Not the Bee did. Not the Bee did the right thing. And we were thrilled. We were like, holy shit, they did the right thing. And then James Lindsay swoops in. James Lindsay was not involved in this conversation at all. And after Not the Bee tweeted at me and said, the article has been updated with a link to Carlin B's video directly. Sorry it took a little bit to update this, but we appreciate you all bringing it to all of our attention. James Lindsay responds and publicly struggles sessions Not the Bee, saying, you got struggled by an abusive narcissist cult. Reach out, we'll talk, advise removing the link. You don't owe the internet a finder's fee. So James Lindsay is demanding that Not the Bee remove a link to my work, which is where the content came from in the first place, which literally no one disputes. No one disputes that I found it. No one disputes that I taught it. No one disputes that Melanie got the content from me. But the minute that I get credit for it, James Lindsay swoops in and demands that credit be removed. And that's exactly what happened. Not the Bee removed the credit. Not the Bee removed the link. Not the Bee removed the access to the full stream, which is breaking down the full Abolish the Family content and explaining it and talking about all the different parts of it. And it was an educational opportunity that they could have exposed this to so many more people. But because James Lindsay doesn't want people seeing my work because my work is so much better than his, they took it down entirely. This all happened back in June, okay? This all happened back in June. You can find all the receipts. It's all in that article. So, now back to this. So I asked Seth Dillon, who Seth Dillon owns the Babylon Bee, Not the Bee is owned by the Babylon Bee. So this is Seth Dillon's website. All right? Seth Dillon, who claims to care about fighting the far left. Let's watch what happened. I said, Seth, do you approve of James struggle sessioning Not the Bee to get them to remove a credit for my work? And I linked Seth Dillon with a perfectly nice tone. Find all the receipts on this article, the same article I just showed you guys. Seth Dillon responds and says, I'm mocking people who act like opposition to their claims is either A, censorship, or B, proof something said was true. I don't run editorial for Not the Bee, and I'm not familiar with the incident you're citing, and I don't know what claims you made to be able to say whether or not they're true. I responded and said, so you're not answering the question. The links to all the receipts are in the post you're replying to. The evidence is freely available to you. Would you like to take a look at it and have an intellectually honest conversation? We'll wait. Seth Dillon says, what's the question? I said, do you approve of James Lindsay running a public struggle session to get Not the Bee to remove credit to my work exposing far-left communists and socialists? Here are all the links for you to review. Seth Dillon says, I don't care. Are you struggle sessioning me right now? Okay. So I retweeted Seth Dillon and I took a screenshot of it. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, while pretending to fight the left, Seth Dillon is now officially on the record say he doesn't care if James Lindsay struggle sessions organizations to remove credit from independent journalists who are exposing the left. Quite a position to take. Seth Dillon said, struggle me harder, Karen. I said, this isn't a struggle session, Seth. This is telling the truth. You're allowed to do whatever you want. We're allowed to document it. You're allowed to hurl insults when you get caught. We're allowed to show people that too. The people will make up their minds with evidence. Seth Dillon responded, I don't even know what you're talking about. What truth? I said, it's all in the thread you're responding to. Take another read. And I responded again with the link to all of the receipts. Seth Dillon then said, sounds like Not the Bee resolved your complaint to your satisfaction. Oh, isn't that interesting? Why are you dragging me into a dispute with James and trying to struggle me because you think he's struggling you? Are you okay? Now, this is interesting because if we go right here, you'll see Seth Dillon is cherry-picking evidence. Because it is true that Not the Bee originally resolved the dispute to my satisfaction. And then it's also true that James Lindsay then struggle sessioned them after that. And they removed the link entirely. Which Seth Dillon knows because he took this screenshot from this article, which clearly shows this. This is the screenshot that Seth Dillon showed. Then James Lindsay struggle sessioned them, and then they removed it. He knew, guys. So Seth Dillon is now proving that he's completely intellectually dishonest. Seth Dillon is now proving that he's completely willing to cherry-pick evidence and present it out of context to lie to people, to cover for his friends. Seth Dillon is also admitting that he's completely willing to hide the truth from the public so they don't have access to it. And the truth in this case is the coverage of the abolish the family activism content, which is the point. Let's see, not that one, not that one, that one. So I responded, cool, now keep reading because after James Lindsay struggle sessions them, they remove it. The full evidence matters, not just cherry-picked evidence. I said, remember, Seth Dillon, I'm documenting this whole conversation and you don't want people to know you only look at half the evidence and ignore stuff that's inconvenient. And then Seth Dillon says, now you're threatening me because I won't obey your commands and you think you're the good guy? This is so disingenuous. This is so incredibly disingenuous. And he knows it, and everyone watching knows it. And I said, no one is threatening you. Documenting your public statements is journalism. If you don't like the way it makes you look, perhaps make different public statements. Saying independent journalists should get credit for their work isn't hard, Seth Dillon. Saying it was wrong of James Lindsay to demand credit for my work exposing the far left be removed also isn't hard. This is basic. Why can't you do it? Seth Dillon says, I don't care how you try to make me look. You look insane. It took me a long time to realize that when conservatives say you look insane, what they really mean is you're saying things I don't like. Conservatives dismiss every single person who says something they don't like as mentally ill and insane. And I'm sorry, that's unhinged behavior. That is actually unhinged from reality behavior. Just because someone says something you don't like and catches you in the act doesn't make that person insane. And I went and got a PhD in psychology just to make sure. So the last thing I said is, if demanding that people be exposed to information documenting abolish the family activism is insane, then so be it. Personally, I think it looks insane for you to claim to be fighting the far left and then hiding this information from people to please your friends. And if you guys want to reply to Seth Dillon, I'm putting the link in the chat right now. You can go reply to him and tell him just how insane you think I am. And I encourage people, be polite. Do not insult. Just speak facts plainly. Because you can see here, he wants to paint us as insane. He wants to make it seem to his audience like we're the bad guys that are just being way too demanding by saying, yo, why are you removing link to the work of independent journalists, bro? He wants to make us look insane, so we always have to take the high road, so he can't do that. Okay? So if you want to reply to him, you're more than welcome to reply to him. If you don't want to reply to him, that's fine too. But so far as I'm concerned, we've just massively exposed Seth Dillon and the Babylon Bee, because Seth Dillon is openly stating that he doesn't care if James Lindsay struggle sessions organizations to remove the work of independent journalists covering the far left. And that should tell you all you need to know about who Seth Dillon is and what Seth Dillon cares about. And you have to decide what you do with that information, guys. I'm not going to tell you what to do with it. What I've always said is that you have to decide who you support and who you don't support. But what I do is I show up every day or 6 days a week. I bring you receipts. I show you primary source evidence. And then I show you who on the internet that claims to care about fighting the far left actually gives a flying F about that evidence, and who's just doing this all for show. All for the grift. All for the clout. All for the fame and fortune and all the things that come with being an influencer on the conservative right. Who actually cares about defeating the left and who doesn't give a fuck at all. And it certainly seems to me that the CEO of the Babylon Bee has just proven emphatically that he doesn't give a fuck, that he's not an intellectually honest person, that he will behave as badly as any leftist while calling everyone else woke. This is the problem with the right, and this is why it is inevitable that they will lose. And I don't care if Donald Trump's in office. I don't care if they hold the House and the Senate, because they're already proving that it's going to be nothing more than a neocon administration anyway. These are the reasons that the right will lose to the far left, because the right doesn't actually stand for anything except what makes the best appearance. So you guys need to decide what to do with this information. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just showing you what happened. Now let's get into our Stu Peters content, shall we? Now, listen, we are going to have to go over to Rumble to watch this, okay? But I have a little pregame. I have a little pregame that I want to do before we go over to Rumble. And we are going to do beer today too, guys, because it is happy hour. But I want to show you how Stu Peters reacted last night to Suleiman because it was so fucking funny that I have to share this, okay? Naruto, how was your Thanksgiving? I hope everyone had good food. I noticed a lack of nitwits or something. No, well, listen, man, listen. Here's what happened yesterday. I woke up late. I didn't start cooking Thanksgiving until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which means that Victor and I really didn't start eating until like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Then we had turkey. And in between the hours when I woke up and started eating, I consumed an entire bottle of champagne. And Victor and I watched movies. We watched the Battlestar Galactica miniseries. That's like 4 hours long. And then Victor really wanted me to watch Top Gun, which I did, which I've been fighting for years. And I enjoyed Top Gun. Okay, it was fine. Victor has been trying to get me to watch Top Gun for fucking years. And I say, no, I don't want to watch that stupid movie. And he finally succeeded because I had had a whole bottle of wine. And he was very proud of himself. And so we just watched movies and hung out. And so I'm sorry, I prioritized watching movies with my husband and drinking over streaming with you guys on Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, but that's the way it went. But I do appreciate the super chat. Anyway, as I said, we are going to watch Stu Peters' movie today. But Stu Peters is an asshole. All right? Stu Peters is a massive asshole. And I just want you to hear what happened last night on this Twitter space when apparently Stu Peters really wanted Suleiman to retweet his movie that we're going to watch, and Suleiman didn't want to do it, and Stu Peters lost his shit on Suleiman, and it is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life, because at some point, Suleiman just starts yelling, "Drunk Stu Peters, drunk Stu Peters, drunk Stu Peters." I was dying. I have to show you guys this clip. So this should set up the movie we're going to watch fantastically. Please enjoy this as much as I did.
OnlyFans girls. So you shut the fuck up. So in terms of, that's the reason Nick didn't share. And this is the problem, because this is how you are. You literally, I've seen you in a number of spaces, and generally speaking, you do fight with a number of people who call out Zionists or
it punch back.
I saw you in another space where you were literally attacking
I know
a guy
weird
called
for somebody to actually care about kids and not care about their fucking Twitter account, which is probably why my platform and my Twitter account and my presence on DirecTV and Dish Network is bigger than yours. Because you don't have a presence on Dish Network and DirecTV, and because you don't have a presence on Twitter like mine.
Both on Twitter. I have a bigger engagement. I have a bigger engagement than you on Twitter, first of all. And the second thing is, there's a reason why Jewish Zionists like Alex Jones put you on their show, because you are a crypto Jew, according to your definition. In addition to that, there's a reason why your paymasters are those very same people. So we know it. Everyone knows it. What's going on? There's a reason why Alex Jones literally was too scared, and he knows who I am.
You literally are Mossad 8200 because you talk right over me.
You are literally Mossad yourself. This is why you're on Alex Jones.
Can you name the Jews that fund me? Go ahead.
I don't know who funds. I know it's the gold company.
Wait. So you're going to tell all the people in here you're funded by Jews, but you're unwilling to say who it is that funds me and have no idea about my business operations.
Well, Stu, can you say what synagogue Suleiman goes to if he's Jewish?
Can he say what Jew funds me?
I know that it's a Jewish gold company. I've not looked into the details because I wasn't there to try and take you out.
There is no gold company that funds me. Zero.
Sorry?
No, there is no gold.
There used to be a Jewish company that funded you, correct?
You know what, Suleiman? I walked away from $4 million a year based on my personal convictions and based on my
was bigger than that.
You're going to keep over talking to me after you invited me to this space to be a speaker. You go ahead and you keep talking over me. But when you make allegations like that, and when you say certain shit to try to dissuade the audience into watching the film that could save the people of Gaza and the women and children of Gaza from being bombed, when these fucking evangelical Protestant people get woken up by the truth, You want to keep dissuading people and do all this ad hominem. You were drunk the other night nonsense, or a year ago,
Yeah, try and
some
stay sober,
Jews gave
Stu.
you some fucking money. You know,
They
fuck
did
you,
though.
bro. No, you have never given away
They did
shit.
you. They paid you.
Where
They paid
are
you.
your
And
7
Alex
fucking
Jones, the
films,
biggest
bro?
Zionist Jew, platformed you
Hey,
for the
where have
reason.
you been for the last 4 years? When
I've
have you
literally
been
given
on
up a
here
huge
every fucking
contract to
day
speak
for the
out against
last 4
Zionists. If
years?
anything,
You're a
you're
fucking
the one.
fraud, dude. You're a
You're the
fucking
biggest
fraud.
fraud that we know. You're a fake.
Fuck you, bro.
You
You
think you
ain't
talk
shit,
about your love
bro.
life on
You
Twitter
ain't
Spaces
shit,
because
bro.
you're a
You have
loser
never done
who's
fucking
drunk all the
shit.
time. A
You,
joke. An
where's your side
embarrassment.
suddenly,
Drunk
bro?
Stew
Where's your
Peters is what
fucking
people
films,
call
bro?
you.
Fuck
Drunk
you,
Stew
bro.
Peters is what people call you.
Fuck you.
You're considered a
You
joke on
ain't shit,
Spaces.
dude.
Drunk Stew Peters.
Stand in front of me and say that
Drunk
shit, you
Stew
fucking
Peters.
faggot ass bitch.
Drunk Stew Peters.
Fuck you. Stand in front of me and say that shit, you
Drunk Stu
pussy
Peters.
ass
Oh, Myron, I
bitch.
thought it was only black people who got
Fuck
violent
you.
and physical. You can see that
You
Stu
faggot
Peters
ass
also can't
bitch.
control himself when it comes to debates.
Come
He
on,
loses his
chill,
mind.
chill,
It's actually an
chill.
IQ issue,
You're a
not a
fucking
race
faggot
issue. You
ass
can
bitch.
see this
You'll
guy
never
who
stand
got
in front of me and
destroyed by
say that shit.
OnlyFans
You
girls has
5'2",
something now, so he's
bitch ass
screaming
little
and
fucking non-dick
swearing.
having
Oh
pussy.
my
You
God.
would never
This is
stand in
it.
front of me and
He's
say that
getting
shit.
destroyed. We used to getting destroyed by OnlyFans girls. Now he's screaming and swearing because he can't control his emotions. Very much feminine, Stu
Oh,
Peters.
come on.
Put
Let's
the
just
alcohol
chill.
down and control your emotions.
Just the chill room. Let's chill, please. Come
You would
on.
never stand in front of me and say that shit because you're a pussy ass sand towel hat having
Oh, so
ass
now you're
bitch.
getting violent. Lower IQ people get violent very quickly, don't they? I thought it was race. I thought it was only black people who did that. I guess not. I guess it's just low
You would
IQ people.
never
It's
stand in
an
front of me and
IQ
say that
issue, not
fucking
a race
shit because
issue.
you know where
Dumb
I've been for the
people
last 4 years.
literally get
You
violent. It's like in
know
school.
where
Remember
I've
the
been for
dumb
the last
kid
4
who you
years.
basically destroy, and then they're like, "Ugh, I'm gonna
And you
throw
haven't
things
done
now. I'm
shit.
angry." That's Stew
And you
now. That's
haven't
Stew
done
for you.
shit. You're a fucking
The biggest
fraud.
dumbass I know.
So that was the little hissy fit meltdown that Stu Peters had last night, and I had to share that because it was glorious. And I feel that tees us up nicely for the movie that we're going to start watching. And as a reminder, guys, we are going to be moving over to a Rumble exclusive stream here soon because I cannot post the movie that we're watching on YouTube. But before we do that, I do want to do the beer selection for happy hour. Where's your film? Yeah, exactly, Stu Peters, exactly. So, guys, before we move over to the Rumble exclusive, I want to do the happy hour beer selection. Per usual on Fridays, I go to the craft beer store. I get 4 beers. You guys get to vote on which one I drink first. This is a YouTube exclusive. So we're going to put the poll in the chat on YouTube, and I'm going to run through the beers real quick. The first one we have is a Smutty Nose Orange Creamsicle Sour. So a little bit fruity. Big fan of orange creamsicles. A Smutty Nose, not so much, but sometimes they have some good beers. So that is our first option for today. Our second option is going to be a Manchester, New Hampshire brewery called Jack's Abbey Craft Ales. This is a coffee house Hell's Lager with coffee. Hell's Lager is usually a little bit lighter of a beer, and I've had this one before and it's pretty good and it's just nice and refreshing, so I wanted to put that one in the mix. The third option is also another Smutty Nose option, but I haven't had this one before, and I'm a big fan of porters and stouts. So this is called Magic Beans Coffee Porter, another Smutty Nose brewery classic. And our fourth option is going to be another porter, but it is a Teddy Peanut Butter Porter, which is a collaboration between Teddy Peanut Butter, which is a great peanut butter if you've never had it, and the Night Shift Brewing Company, and I think they're out of Boston, and this is a peanut butter porter. So please go ahead and register your votes. While you guys are registering your votes, I just want to show one more clip before we head over to our Rumble exclusive stream. And this apparently is a response to something Stu Peters said. I haven't actually watched this yet, but this is a response to something Stu Peters said on the stream, and I don't know why my stream is going so slow. Stu Peters lied about having receipts, admitting it himself in 4K. Let's just watch this real quick. It's a short clip from Fresh and Fit.
What the fuck? So anyways, did I say that I'm funded by a Jewish gold company? Yeah, I am. I mean,
he's
Gold
funded
Co.
by
is
a
great
Jewish
company.
gold company.
They sponsored the film.
Oh.
So I guess in essence you could say that I'm funded by these people. These people give me the funds to go create material and content that I produce to the public for free. So yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that. The guy that owns Gold Co. Says that he's a Jew. So
can he say what Jew funds me?
I
Okay,
know
but
that it's a Jewish gold company. I've not looked into the details because I wasn't
No,
there to try and
there
take
is
you out.
no gold company that funds me. Zero.
Sorry?
No, there is no.
Oh.
So, anyways, did I
So
say?
it looks like Stu Peters openly admitted on the Fresh and Fit podcast that he's funded by a Jewish gold company. Now, personally, I don't care because I don't care if people are Jewish. I'm just showing the evidence and the receipts. Now, I personally, I'm on YouTube, man. I got no skin in the game on this one. I don't really care who funds Stu Peters or G Peters or whatever you want to call him. I don't really care. I'm just showing the receipts. All right? Guys, we are going to be moving into watching Stu Peters Occupied in just a moment. And this is going to be a Rumble exclusive. So if you guys are not on my Rumble channel, let me get you the link to the Rumble channel. I'm also streaming on X. I'm streaming on Kick. You guys can watch on any of those. But if you're watching on YouTube, you got to come over to the Rumble channel if you're going to watch this. Because I will be ending the YouTube stream because I can't show this on YouTube. But before we do that, I want to end this beer poll. Last chance to vote in the beer poll. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have got the Teddy Peanut Butter Porter winning the beer poll for today. That is the first beer I will drink when we head over to the Rumble exclusive stream. And that's what we got on YouTube today, guys. So if you want to come back tomorrow, as a reminder, I do YouTube Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow on Saturday, we are going to be doing Socialism Saturday at 5 p.m. But sadly, I can't watch this documentary on YouTube because I don't want my channel to be affected. And even though I don't like Stu Peters, and even though I fundamentally disavow preemptively everything Stu Peters says and does, that's not good enough for YouTube because YouTube is not a free speech platform. YouTube is a censorship platform. And so I don't want to lose my YouTube channel over watching a documentary that I probably think is a dumpster fire anyway. And so we're going to do it exclusively on Rumble. This is your last chance to join the Rumble stream. So please head over there. I have put the link in the chat and I'm going to be ending the YouTube stream. Okay? Are you guys ready? We're ending the YouTube stream. I'm doing it now. We're ending the YouTube stream. Bye, YouTube. We'll see you over on Rumble. Bye.